Hi lads, what's the crack? Welcome back to another video. I just finished work, so I said I'd go down to the river for a few hours and try to get a few trout on the ultralight spinning gear. I'm just going to be using small lures like spinners and the Fiiish power tail to try land a few fish to show you for the camera. Using the ultralight rod, 0.5 to 5 gram, really light setup. Makes the small trout feel like monsters. A bit of crack, all catch and release as usual. So stay tuned and hopefully I can show you a few fish. Fish on. It's a nice brownie. He hit a really good bite. Let's try to get this guy into the net. Yes, we have him. Now let's get this guy unhooked. I'll do it here on the grass. Wet the hands in the net. The hook just in the side of the mouth. Pop straight out. Now look at that for a fish. Beautiful little river trout. He hit the lure, an absolute smack. So let's get him released straight away. Just drop him back in. Off he goes. Now let's try another cast upstream, diagonally across the river. Let's give it a few seconds. Start your retrieve. Fish on. Oh, it's a nice trout again. This is a really nice trout. Probably the best one I've caught in the river this year. Let's get him into the net. Yes, we got him. Oh, that's a beautiful fish. I'll just get him unhooked and show you. Okay guys, here he is. It's a stunning river trout. It's probably the biggest river trout I've had out of this little stretch all year. Beautiful brown colours on him. Smashed the power tail lure again. I love this lure, it's really producing. So let's get this guy released. I'm going to drop him into the net and then lower him down into the water. Now off he goes. Oh, I'm delighted with that fish. Really good condition for the river. They don't grow too big in this river. You get the big ones from up from the lake. Usually late July, August they come up. But yeah, I'm really happy with that little guy. So let's stay fishing and see if we can get one or two more. No, I usually just have 3 or 4 casts in each spot and then move on a few steps. Never stay in the same spot for too long, that's the key. Now, sticking with the power tail, let's give a few casts in this little spot. It's casting upstream. Oh, had a hit off a nice fish there. I'm going to give it a second or two and then I'm going to have another cast out and onto him. Maybe he'll take it the second time. Now lads, I'm just going to show you this really quickly. When you're out spinning on a stretch like this, when there's only one tree, always concentrate around the tree. It's pretty basic, like all the flies will be dropping off the trees. The trout will just be sitting under that. That's the only bit of shelter they have on this whole little stretch. So you want to be landing your lures right in on underneath the branches. You will always get a hit off a trout. There'll be something in there, so don't ever forget about it. Now, the bad boy's still on. Let's have a cast here. Oh, fish on. Let's get him into the net. Lovely stuff. I'll just show you him really quickly. Wet the hands in the net, don't ever forget. There he is. Just barely hooked. Very small little guy. There he is, lads. Lovely little brown trout. They hit the lure so hard So let's get him released. Off he goes. It's mad to think the amount of growth along the walk on the river in the space of a few weeks. The river really came to life. Like there was none of these nettles, bushes maybe 2 weeks ago, and now it's just like a rainforest. It's absolutely savage. Fish on. Oh, he came off. He was only a small guy, so we're not too bothered about it. Again on the little power tail. Now so lads, just walking up to the next spot. The fishing is slow enough today. I've had a few fish so far, so I can't really complain too much, but the water is crystal clear, so it's making the lures a little bit tricky, and it's also quite low. We could do with a bit of rain, so we'll make the most out of it anyway. Try to get 1 or 2 more fish for the video. The plan is maybe in the next week or two I'll be down with the fly rod, because there's a lot of activity on the surface, and we'll give it a bash with the fly rod. So enjoy the rest of the video. Hopefully I can get 1 or 2 more fish to show you. So yeah, we'll give it a go now. So I'm really surprised with how clear the water is. I've moved up to the rapids and put on a little spinner just to see if I can pick up 1 or 2 bonus fish, get a bit of a reactionary strike out of them. The power tail is brilliant. I find it works better in slow flowing water, so we'll see if this works. Hopefully I can get 1 or 2 fish on this stretch. Give it a go here. Fish on. Oh, it's a nice brownie. Oh, he came off. Oh lads, that was a lovely fish. He's really dark as well. Oh well, you can't get them all. Now so, let's try to get down here. Whoa. Nearly broke my leg. Whoa. Now, let's stay going. It's very slippery on these rocks. Nearly died there a minute ago. I'm probably going to leave that clip in the video just so people know. Better get a trout from this now. After nearly falling to my death, I'll show you what I actually tripped on. There's a rock here and it just slipped down as I stood on it. There's a bit of a drop there, like about 1.5 meters, but we're still alive anyway. You can't take us out that easy. We'll stay moving on. No luck yet with the spinner. Had a good few casts on this little stretch. Might go back down to the slow flowing water and put back on the power tail and try to get 1 more fish before I go home. So stay watching. Now so, fishing hasn't been as hectic this evening. Have a few fish landed. It's nice to get a few all the same after work, break up the day a bit. Really good fun on the light tackle. So I'm just walking back up to the car now. I'll have a few more casts on the way back, try to get the last fish, but if I don't, the next clip you're going to see me is up at the car. Fish on. Oh, he came off. We had the last fish of the day, I'd say, but he's after coming off. Shook the hook, but what he did take is the power tail again. So look, they're not all meant to be. It's nice to get the hit all the same. Now so the rain is coming down, so we're going to head back for the car before we get absolutely soaked. So I'll see you back in the car in a minute. Okay guys, we made it back to the car just in time. It is absolutely pouring with rain outside. I feel sorry for a few of the fishermen down the river. I walked past them on the way back and they didn't have waterproofs, so they're getting absolutely soaked, I'd say. they'll be making a sprint back to the car soon. But yeah, that's it for today's session. I finished with a few fish, one or two in particular a bit bigger than normal, but the rest were all small. It's just normal for this river. It's nice to get a bit of sport though on the light rod, out after work for an hour or two. It's always good to catch a fish. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, share the channel with all your friends, anyone that you think would be into fishing. There'll be loads of new videos coming weekly on the channel between trout and pike and perch, and hopefully a bit of sea fishing coming into the summer. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you out here next time.